Urban jungles aren't just for people. They're also home to some of the most adaptable and cunning creatures on the planet. Among them, one animal stands out for its intelligence, resourcefulness, and ability to thrive alongside us: the urban fox. How do these clever canids navigate city life, and what makes them so successful in the concrete wilderness? Today, we're going to take a closer look at the secret lives of urban foxes.
Foxes. They are at home in all regions of the earth and able to adapt to many of mankind's changes. With cunning and prudence, they even follow us into our cities and live amongst us.
The presence of foxes in urban environments is a relatively recent phenomenon. For centuries, foxes were considered creatures of the countryside, adept at navigating forests, fields, and rural landscapes. However, as cities expanded and natural habitats were fragmented, foxes began to venture into urban areas in search of food and shelter. So why did foxes choose city life? The answer lies in their remarkable adaptability. Urban environments offer a wealth of resources for a fox willing to make the leap. From abundant food sources like discarded leftovers, pet food, and even small animals, to safe hiding spots in parks, gardens, and abandoned buildings, cities provide everything a fox needs to survive and thrive. But it's not just about survival. Urban foxes have actually flourished in these environments. In fact, studies show that urban foxes tend to have smaller territories than their rural counterparts because food is so plentiful in cities. This means they can spend less time hunting and more time resting or socializing, leading to higher survival rates and even larger litters. Urban foxes have undergone significant behavioral adaptations to thrive in human-dominated landscapes. One of the most notable changes is their altered daily rhythm. While rural foxes are primarily nocturnal, urban foxes have become more flexible with their activity patterns. Some are active during the day, especially in quieter neighborhoods or where human activity is less intense. This shift helps them avoid peak human traffic and makes it easier to scavenge for food during less busy times. Speaking of food, urban foxes have developed a very diverse diet compared to their rural cousins. In the countryside, foxes primarily hunt small mammals, birds, and insects, but in the city, their menu is much more varied. Urban foxes are opportunistic feeders, meaning they'll eat almost anything they can find. This includes rodents, birds, insects, and a surprising amount of human food waste. They've even been known to raid garbage bins, snack on pet food left outside, and occasionally take the odd chicken or small pet. This opportunistic feeding behavior has made them incredibly successful in urban environments where food sources are often more reliable and abundant than in the wild. The relationship between urban foxes and humans is complex and often controversial. On one hand, many people admire foxes for their intelligence, beauty, and the sense of wildness they bring to the city. In some neighborhoods, foxes have become a beloved part of the local wildlife, with residents enjoying the occasional sighting of these elusive animals. On the other hand, not everyone is thrilled about sharing their city with foxes. Some see them as pests, especially when they dig up gardens, create dens under sheds, or make off with a pet's food. There have even been instances where urban foxes have gotten into conflicts with pets, though these are relatively rare. Interestingly, urban foxes have learned to be wary of humans. While they may venture close to human dwellings, they are generally shy and avoid direct interaction with people. They've become adept at navigating human-dominated landscapes, moving swiftly and silently through backyards, alleys, and parks, often without being noticed. So how do foxes manage to live in such close proximity to humans without getting caught or causing too much trouble? The secret lies in their extraordinary navigation skills and keen senses. Foxes are masters of stealth. They've learned to use the city's infrastructure to their advantage, moving through a network of back alleys, drainage pipes, and green spaces to avoid detection. They can squeeze through small gaps, climb fences, and even navigate rooftops to reach their destinations. This ability to move unseen allows them to live close to humans while maintaining a safe distance. Another key to their success is their sharp senses. Foxes have excellent hearing and smell, which helps them locate food and avoid danger. They can hear the faintest rustle of a mouse in the grass or sniff out a meal from far away. These heightened senses, combined with their intelligence, make them incredibly resourceful hunters, even in the urban jungle. Foxes are generally solitary animals, but in urban areas, their social behavior can vary depending on the availability of resources. In cities where food is more plentiful, foxes sometimes form loose social groups, often centered around a dominant pair. These groups, known as family units, typically consist of a breeding pair and their offspring, and occasionally other related individuals. Within these family units, foxes display a surprising amount of social interaction. They communicate through a range of vocalizations, body language, and scent marking. Foxes have a variety of calls, from barks and screams to more subtle sounds like whimpers and growls, each serving a different purpose in their social interactions. Urban foxes also exhibit playful behavior, especially among younger foxes, who will engage in mock fights and play chasing, much like domestic dogs. This play is important for developing the skills they'll need as adults, such as hunting and social interaction.
Eventually, the intruding male submits.
While urban life offers many benefits for foxes, it also comes with significant risks. One of the biggest dangers is traffic. Road accidents are a major cause of mortality for urban foxes, especially in densely populated areas where cars are a constant presence. Young foxes in particular are vulnerable as they learn to navigate the busy streets. Another challenge is disease. Urban foxes are susceptible to a range of diseases, including mange and canine distemper, which can spread quickly in dense populations. Additionally, the close proximity to humans and domestic animals can lead to the transmission of diseases like rabies, though this is rare in many parts of the world. Lastly, while foxes are generally good at avoiding direct conflict with humans, they can sometimes come into conflict with pets, particularly small dogs and cats. However, these incidents are uncommon, and foxes are more likely to flee than fight if confronted by a larger animal. Before we move on, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified whenever a new video gets published. It takes only 2 seconds, but helps our growth a lot. Now let's talk about the future of urban foxes. As cities continue to grow and encroach on natural habitats, the presence of urban foxes is likely to increase. This raises important questions about how we coexist with these adaptable animals. Some cities have implemented programs to manage urban fox populations, focusing on humane methods to control their numbers and reduce conflicts with humans. On the other hand, many conservationists argue that urban foxes are a testament to nature's resilience and should be celebrated as a success story of wildlife adapting to human environments. They play an important role in controlling pest populations, such as rodents, and contribute to the biodiversity of urban ecosystems. Looking ahead, the key will be finding a balance, ensuring that urban foxes can coexist with humans in a way that benefits both species. This might involve public education about living alongside wildlife, as well as urban planning that takes into account the needs of both people and animals. The urban fox is a symbol of adaptability and survival in a rapidly changing world. From scavenging for food to navigating the concrete jungle, these clever creatures have found a way to thrive in our cities. If you enjoyed learning about the secret lives of urban foxes, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.